start solving this question which came in today's weekly contest 480. So the question is minimum moves to balance circular array. So first of all, you should know what is circular array. So let's see that first and then we will move to the question again. So what is circular array is, let's say you have array of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is this? So after 1 again this 5 will come. Okay, so how you will remember is for 1, okay, let's say for 1, what is on the right side? 2 is on the right side, then 3, okay, then 4 and 5. So circular array is after for 1, what is on the left side? Left side is 5. So the index here is 0. So normally when you are traversing an array, okay, that time when you are doing for moving forward, so what you use in loop is I plus plus, okay, or I minus minus when you are going backward, okay. But in circular array the next element is what? It should be I plus 1, okay. Normally I plus 1 percent I we do, okay, for right. And for left, what we do is I minus 1 plus n percent n. Why so? This is not I plus plus. See, I plus plus, okay, percent n if the number is going greater than uh, n. Okay, if it is going greater than n, then see, normally what we do, we stop till here, but we want to go here, right? So when my n is not n, my I is 4, I'm stopping here. But when I want to go next in circular array, what I'll do? Plus 1, which I'll get 5. Now we will get what? Array out of bound index. So we want to go at first place, so we will do percent 5, n is 5. So here we'll get 0, so we are going to 0th index. So this is for right, okay, which will cover this. Now for left, my when my I is 0, in that case I'll get I minus 1 as negative, okay, minus 1. So that is why we have to add n and percent n. Okay. In some cases, I minus 1 can be greater than n. Okay. So it's not necessarily negative, right? We are not only doing this for this this index. Okay. Though we can do, but we are generalizing using generalize. So in that case, this I minus 1 can also be greater than, like, I minus 1 plus n can also be greater than n, right? So that is why we have to do percentage. Let's say my I is 3. So my 3 minus 1 plus 5, n is 5. So 2 plus 5 is 7. Percent 5 we have to do. Okay, then we get 2. So at the end we are going to get this result only when my n and n is going to cut. But when my I is 0, in that case minus 1, so 4% and I'll get 4. So after 1 I am going right, I'll get this index as 4. Okay, you are getting? So this is what these are two things in circular array. When you are going left, use this one formula. When you are going right, use this formula. Okay, this is about circular array. Now let's go to the question. So we are given an array, okay, circular array of this is balance, name is balance, of length n, where balance of I is the net balance of person I. In one move, a person can transfer exactly 1 unit of balance to either their left or right neighbor. So what is given in the question? What it is saying? So if my array is this, okay, we will use next page for this. Yeah. So we have what? We have array. Let's say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the question it is given that for this balance, these are all balances. For this, a person can move from here or here. Okay, if I want to move from here 1, then I'll get 2 remaining here, 5 and 5. And if I want to move from the here to here, I'll get 2, 5, 6. I'm just moving 1 as of now. Okay, so I'll get here 4 after reducing 1. So 2, 6, 4. So in the question it is given, we can transfer from left or right to the current. Now, Return the minimum number of moves required so that every person has non-negative balance. If it is impossible, return minus 1. So there will be, so here in note you can see you are guaranteed that at most one index has negative balance initially. Okay, so when we have this array given initially only one, okay, at most one, that means either one or zero. So if there is a possibility that there are no negative balance, so in that case our answer will be zero because we don't need to move anything to make non-negative balance, right? So there are two conditions. What are these two conditions? First condition is, okay, first condition is my all elements are greater than 0, non-negative. In that case my answer will be 0. Okay, second case is, okay, second case is there will be only one, okay, after this only one max element, okay, one, not max, I mean to say one negative element maximum, okay, at most one negative elements. Okay, so in that case, let's, if we find the sum of this, okay, if we find the sum of all this, at the end we are transferring this to this, means what, that sum of elements at the end it will be same, because we are not reduce, if we are reducing from something we are adding the same into another, so we are not adding any extra thing in the array, so my sum should be same. So if my sum is less than 0 initially, I can't make it non-negative, so it is impossible to make, so in that case my answer will be minus 1. Okay, these are the two cases. Okay, after that what we will do is, let's take an example, 5 1 4, or let's take this 1 2 minus 5 2, 1 2 minus 5 and 2. Okay, so what here in this example what they are doing is taking 2 from this, taking 2 from this. Okay, so I have what, minus 1 0 0 and 1. Okay, again 1 we have to take from this is 1, I'll take this, so 0 1 minus 1 0, and this I'll transfer, so 0 0 0 0 0 0 also, this is also non-negative, we just have to make non-negative. So how many moves? These are two moves, these are two moves, this is one move but for two times, so two total, and this is one here and one here, so total is 6. So my answer is 6 here. Okay, similarly for this 5 1 minus 4, okay, 5 1 minus 4. For minus 4, I can get, okay, now it is a circular array. So here if I represent this in this way, minus 5, on right side what I have is 5, on left side what I have is 1. So I will take, okay, I can take 1 from here, or I can take I can take minus 3 from here. Okay, but here if you see this example, okay, so I can take 1 and minus 3. Okay, so total here 1 I'll get minus 3, again from 3 I'll take, so total my answer is 4. Okay, so I don't need to go this way, so it's not like it is transferring 3 to here and then here, we can get directly from here because it is a circular array. So for this, for what we will do, first we will find the negative element in our array, we will find the index, we will check its left and its right. If it is greater than 0, then what we will do, and initially let's take, we will take some distance. Okay, initially it will be 1, this is 1, right? So if I am taking from this is basically the value into distance. Okay, the value into distance, 1 into distance is 2, so 2 from 1 and 1 here. So we'll take this, and from left and right we will use the circular array left and right formula for this. Okay, that left is equal to left minus, see this one, Initially it will be I, later we will use the actual left and right. And for each left and right we will check if, till when, till my value is greater than 0. Okay, less than 0. Okay, then we will add. Once we get, then we will stop, and that will be our answer. So let's start coding. So first what you have to do is, if there are no negative in element, that is also, in that case our answer will be 0. So let's take long sum. Okay, here you can see long, so there is a possibility sum can go above that. Yeah, you can see. Now my long sum, initially my sum will be 0. I'll find the sum, right? And now we have to find the index is initially -1, let's say. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than, let's take int n is equal to balance dot length, and my I is less than n, I plus plus. So here what I'll do, sum plus equal to balance of I, and if my balance of I is less than 0, that means it is negative, and maximum only one we can get negative, right? So my index will be that I. Now I'll check if my sum, if my sum is less than 0, then I can't do anything. So I'll return what? I'll return -1. Now, if my index is -1, in that case there are no negative elements. So I'll return 0. Okay, and here if you see, yeah, if my elements all are greater than 0, that means that is the case my index is -1. In that case, initially we initialized. Yeah. Now what we are going to do, now while my this okay, I'll take int some value is equal to my index, my balance of index. Okay, so I'll get the negative number, okay, in which is in array. While my value is less than 0, till it is negative, what we are going to do, first left and right. So before that we need find left, and we need int right. Okay, so what formula did I tell you before? Index -1 plus n percent n, and for right index plus 1 percent 10. So initially this is my index, later we will use its own left and right. Okay, now if my balance of left, if my balance of left is less than 0, it should be greater than 0. Yeah, if it is greater than 0, what I'll do, first left, check left, then right. Okay, if it is greater than 0, what we will do is my uh, how much we can take from that. Okay, that also we have to decide. So in this example, if you have seen, we have taken only 3, even though there was 5, but we have taken only 3. Okay, so I have to check the minimum. So before that we need distance also. Int distance is equal to, initially it is 1, not 0. Okay, how much to take is, I'll write t1, let's say. How much? Mat dot minimum of balance of left and value. So I'll write as the value is negative, I want it positive. So here if you see, we had -3 remaining, so we only wanted 3 from this 5. So I'll take 3, not 5. Okay, so I got this 3. So what we'll do, value plus equal to t1, and here our answer. Okay, our answer is initially 0. So what we will write, answer plus equal to what, this t1 multiplied by distance. Okay, distance is initially 1, that is fine. If it is 2, so it has to come 2 times. Okay, so it's like multiplied by distance. Then what we will check now, for once left then right. So before checking right, what we will do, if my value is less than 0 still, then I'll check if my balance is greater than 0. So in that case, again the same thing. Okay, I'll write T2. Rest will be same, only what it will change is right. Same thing for right. And we will update it our left index and right index, and we will increment the distance. Okay, first time left and right with distance 1, then left and right with distance 2. Okay, so let's say we are here. From this is distance 1 left and right, and then from here left will be here now, so the distance will be 2. Okay, instead of doing l plus plus r, l minus minus r minus minus, we are using, we here we have circular array. That is why we have to do left and right with the same formula. Okay, so my left will be what? Left minus 1 plus n percent n. My right will be right minus 1, right plus 1 percent n, and my distance I'll increase, and at the end I'll return my answer. Okay, this t2 into distance. So what we did is, found what first we found the sum. If my sum is negative, we can't do anything. Even if we move from here to there, we will be making that element positive, but not whole array. So our answer question is, every person has a non-negative balance. Okay, it's not necessary that, see, let's say we have 2 minus 5 and 2. From 2 here I'll get, from 2 here I'll get. So my at the end my array will be 0 minus 1 0. So there is no point. If my array is negative, sum of array is negative, I can't make it positive anything. Okay, so we can't change the sum. So that is one case. In that case, it is impossible. So that is why we are returning minus 1. And if my index is minus 1, why I'm checking? Initially, I have assigned minus 1. And if I am reassigning it to the I will be always positive. So if it is negative element, if there is any negative element, my index will change. And if not, my ix will be minus 1. So in that case, we have to return 0. That means there are no negative elements in an array. And then similarly we will find the left, we will first check left and right, and then yes. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel this, I think we haven't submitted, let's submit it first. Yeah, accepted. Let's me submit this. Okay, we are getting some wrong answers. Let's check what is wrong here. So yeah, I'll do this also. Long, I'll take this and I'll run. Maybe that is the cause. If it is going out of our values. Oh yes, I'll take everything long. Long. Let's run again. Because the values, the range are higher, right? So only taking some. Yeah, you can see accepted. Let me submit it again. Let's check. Yeah, you can see a solution get accepted. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you feel this video is helpful to you, please like this video, subscribe my channel, stay updated. Thank you.